All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Apologies for the delay, but we're back and better than ever. Still the same. My name is F. Dot. I'm joined here alongside Kret, and we're eager to get into the next game.
Yeah, can't wait to get into this match. It's going to be Team Spray versus Team Solomid. Team Solomid, the team that took the launch tournament by storm, didn't drop a single match, did come close a few times, but they were able to clinch it out in the end off of a roster change. Smek in the Hunter role in place of Youngbei, who is now on Cloud9. So it effectively was a trade there, but I think we're all asking the same question.
Are we?
Is it an improvement? Or is it a loss?
I definitely don't think it's a loss. I think we'll see if it's an improvement or if it's even, but definitely not a loss. I think Youngbei and Smek are even in player skill and different in how they employ their skill.
Yes.
I've mentioned it before on my own show, First Period, about how the cultures of the team sort of work better with these two individuals. I find that Smek kind of meshes well with the players for Team Solomid. Cuvo Fred and Trix Tank sort of are on the same wavelength as Smek, so to speak, personality-wise, correct? And C9 might blend a little better with Youngbei. Right now, of course, we're going to see Team Solomid against Team Spray. We all know about TSM. We know that Smek is on here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Team Spray?
The Team Spray is a team that was actually formed around Sprayarn, a member formerly of Bipolar Method. Well, originally Bipolar Method, the team that had Spoo, had hi-rez, had Lobster, had Youngbei, and had Badja. Now, granted, Lobster was eventually had to depart from the team. Sprayarn was the player that replaced him in the middle lane. I don't believe Team Spray actually runs with Sprayarn on their roster right now, but he is still a good friend of the team, and there are some strong players on the roster. Sausage in the solo lane, I believe Bugsy being their hunter is actually a very high-skilled player, and then there's Fexes in the middle lane, who's also a player that can perform very well. Overall, they're a team that has a lot of potential. We're going to see right now, I mean, this is the ultimate test. Let's see if Team Spray can realize their potential and take out the biggest dog of all, Team Solomid. They're the team to beat right now.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, they're the reigning champions, so to speak, Kret. We're going to see good bands come out. The Kumbhakarna band versus Team Solomid. Interesting choice. We haven't seen much play of Guardians, let alone... Well, actually, we have. I'll take that back. We've seen a number of Bacchus plays. But as you mentioned, Bacchus plays similar to a Warrior. We haven't seen a lot of Guardians outside of Bacchus. And we haven't seen any Kumbhakarnas, so maybe they know something we don't about the tendencies of Team Solomid. The Uller Bastet band sort of makes sense, and Hun Bats, previously not banned. I think TSM has been watching today's SWCS coverage, Kret.
Yeah, Hunbats has really been a factor today. Odin first pick is a powerful first pick. We haven't actually seen a team lock in Odin, and he is definitely a character that you want to first pick because not only is a strong support pick, not only does he bring a lot to his team, how do I put this? He controls the draft of the opposing team. He limits what they're going to be able to play, and picking Zeus into Odin. Now, Zeus and Odin on the same team is, of course, very powerful, so they're obligated to pick the Zeus in this situation. But picking Zeus into Odin is also pretty scary, as you don't have a way out of the cage. You just have to either combat blink out or fight your way out, which Zeus is capable of doing, but it's still pretty difficult.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, the Odin pick is just so scary. Yeah. I mentioned it before. I glossed over the fact before, but it essentially stops what you can pick. Apparently, TSM doesn't care, and they picked Zeus and Agni. You know,
I think they're obligated to pick Zeus.
Well, they're obligated to pick Zeus, but not so much Agni. I would have liked to see a Scylla or somebody that can get out of the ring a little bit better. Thor, even. Thor can get out perfectly. That's what I'm talking about. The hammer, the hammer throw to the blink out with the hammer. That works out very well. You know, you're going to look for gods that can jump out. You're going to look for gods that can get in and out whenever they want. Agni, not so much. The Zeus, Zeus is just that powerful. You're going to pick it. But Agni, not so much. I would have liked to see Scylla, as I just said. We're going to see the Ra band come out from TSM. Who do you expect this next band to be? Well, it's Bacchus, okay.
Right, and Bacchus has been very strong today. Sun Wukong is still on the board. Guan Yu is still on the board. Both characters that Trix Tanks likes, and he's also not afraid to play some of the more deeper pool supports. But looks like it's going to be the Sun Wukong lock in, and Sun Wukong versus Odin as a support matchup is a classic support matchup, at least in the current meta. Scylla is going to be hovered for Team Spray, and that would be a strong asset for them either in the mid or the solo lane. And really what it comes down to is you want to put Scylla against Zeus. They have similar levels of clear throughout the game, whereas Scylla against Agni wouldn't die to Scylla, and Agni would be able to outclear Scylla, so it's a tougher matchup. It's very doable, but you're at a disadvantage.
Without a doubt. Now,
Mercury!
Do you know anything about Kivo Fred and where he is right now? As we see Mercury locked in, hold that thought. It's been a while since we've seen Mercury. Actually, it's been a while since we've seen both Thor and Mercury. Talk to me a little bit about the rise of Thor. I find it interesting that he's been picked up so often this weekend.
Well, Thor is a character that comes in and comes out of the meta, and it all has to do with what he does. He's an assassin. He does a lot of damage with his abilities, and he's semi-global. He can move across the map very quickly over a long distance, but not the entire map. He doesn't have a domain that is the entire map. It's probably about a quarter is his radius, maybe a fifth or sixth. Right. But either way, he can exert his presence. He can bypass wards. You have to have very special wards to pick up the Thor because there are just so many places he can use his ult to get into your lane, and it's a strong pick. It also is probably a comfortable pick for Xiao Zhao, who will be subbing in for Kivo Fred. Xiao Zhao, the team manager, the coach, the sub, he is just a renaissance man of Smite. That's Zimstar. That's Zimstar, renamed in honor of the new Chinese players that are going to be coming into the game. Xiao Zhao is Zimstar. And
very, very exciting. I'm sorry to cut you off, Kret, but Zimstar excites me.
Me too.
Zimstar is one of the... He's a manager by choice for Team Solomid. And a lot of times when you see bench players, you think they're benched for a skill reason. Well, we all know Snoopy on Denial wasn't benched because he wasn't good enough. He chose to be on the Denial roster. And that's what Zimstar does. Zimstar brings a lot to the table outside of his skill level. He's a very talented player. He's high-ranked in a number of other games, not just MOBAs, shooters, MOBAs. Professional gaming is no stranger to Zimstar. And we're going to see what he can bring to the table outside of just coaching and support, but pure mechanics-wise. We're going to see just how well he can play and how well Team Solomid can do with not only a new hunter, but their old manager with a new name, Xiao Zhao. We're going to see in just a couple of minutes as we get into the action. Once again, it's Team Solomid versus Team Spray. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is F. I'm joined alongside my friend and colleague, Kret. We've got a great matchup for you today. Team Spray versus Team Solomid. Representing Team Spray, we have MLZ in the jungle on the Odin. Hyperion is going to play Mercury, not in the... Okay, I like this play. And Mizili is going to be playing support with the Bumba's Mask. I like it. It's actually something I've been playing with, and it's going to be very effective. Hyperion's going to be in the jungle, traditionally, on that Mercury. Bugsy is going to be in the long lane along with Mizili, and Fexes and Sausage will make up the middle and solo lane.
On the other side of the map, it's going to be TSM Trix tanking that support role on Sun Wukong. In the hunter role is going to be new member of the team. We said it before, we'll say it again. Smek, will he perform, or will we miss Youngbei on the TSM roster? And knowing Smek, I think he's going to show us something interesting. Lobster in the middle lane on his really scary Agni. In the solo lane, I don't want to give Game Hunter any gods. Giving him Zeus is horrifying, and then Xiao Zhao in the jungle as Thor. Looks like we're going to see an invade on this right-hand mid-camp. Xiao Zhao going to go in, just walking up, start hitting Fexes. The spin comes out. Berserker Barrage doing so much damage. First Blood goes the way of TSM, and that is the power of Thor's passive. The more people you're close to, the more physical power you get. He got plus 30. Plus 20 from his potion. That's going to be a solid pickup for TSM.
So if anybody's thinking about what it's like to play with a substitute, Zhao getting first blood in the first 30 seconds of the game, as well as securing both mid camps. Now we're going to see them progressing onto the enemy blue buff for the solo lane. That's going to go to them as well, but not before Lobster picks up Hyperion way back in the enemy jungle by the safe Harpies. TSM is aggressive. They are biting at the bit, and they want blood.
Yeah, and it looks like they have a clear plan this game. Shut down the jungler. They killed the mid laner once. Now they've killed the jungler, taken his red pot, it looks like, and with Death Soul and Hog, he's going to have to supplement his clear with likely health pots just to be able to get through it. Killed at a safe gold camp, not so safe, but TSM is just looking to shut down Spray early. And then late game, it doesn't matter. You can't hold out for late game against a team with a Zeus because, well, your late game isn't outright better than theirs. It's at best even, and you still have the Zeus question, can we kill Zeus before he kills all of us? And, you know, then there's this other question, can you actually kill Game Hunter? Because he just has a way of surviving.
He does. Game Hunter is inherently slippery almost, and a lot of the gods he plays, he just kind of makes work. Now, I love to see the Bumba's Mask especially onto the fact that it's Odin. Bumba's Mask, of course, it does all the jungle stuff, but more importantly right now, it gives you 15 mana for 5. Odin is extremely mana hungry. And as we see in our new meta, so to speak, Guardians, or supports rather, spend a lot more time in the jungle than they do in lane. Smek is going to get a little testy right here. Use the knockback from his Impale, not for the stun, but just to shove the Odin out of the way so that he could get the mid camps all to himself. On the right side, we're going to see Zhao, aka Zimstar, get these by himself as well.
Oh, okay. So Trixtank just attempted to get the Jingle Bang steal onto speed. It was so close. I thought he had it. It was so close. And Hyperion could not afford to lose that buff. It would just be... It would be one more nail in an already really close to closed coffin. I mean, Mercury's an assassin. He's up against Thor, who's a, I guess, equally mobile assassin with perhaps a little bit stronger early game. And just, if you could punish Merc's early game even more than it already is, Zhao would probably just take over the game.
Yeah, I feel the need to make this distinction. Zhao is not the same Zhao from Team LMQ of Chinese League of Legends fame. It is Zimstar, same substitute and manager that TSM has had on their Smite team all along. Recently name changed in honor of Zhao. So they're definitely two different players. Very important to make that distinction. Trixtank is going to find himself in the mid lane, hiding from Fexes, but he did poke Hyperion, so... Vexus knows he's there.
Thor's
not going to get
going up in the air. He's looking for the solo laner. Will find a stun out onto Sausage. Not going to get anything off of it. So unfortunately, a failed gank there. Lobster from the middle lane though. That's not gonna. It is gonna fail. He dashes out of I'm a Monster. Gets some breathing room. The damage coming through, but Vexus will fall. A snap rotation for Trixtank. And the big trick to rotating, the reason that pro players look like they rotate faster than everyone else is because they already start moving.
All right, so very cool stuff going on there. We have to mention how Agni is being played by Lobster. Played so much that it's Lobney, but wait, this just in. Worth Gaming has upset Exposed Secrets off air. What a great upset. Worth Gaming is a team out of nowhere doing incredible things right now.
Yeah, just looking at the stats, it looks like the Shaggy Shank hype was real, sitting at 11-4 on Artemis. And that, I mean, that's just impressive. Artemis isn't really a meta character.
Yeah, and it's against a good team. It's against a good team as well. We see a little bit of poke come onto the Mercury in the mid lane. He's going to have to go back, forced back by Lobney, as the fans have taken to call him. So very cool stuff coming out right there. I love to see Lobster play Agni. He just knows this character inside and out, Crit.
I actually don't like seeing it. It makes me feel uncomfortable because of the sheer adeptness that Lobster has for playing this character. But you know, Team Solomid is just, they're still in an advantage. They're going to actually press it on the left-hand side, invading onto the blue. And Milsey getting very low, sitting at level 6, but no, the pressure's onto Bugsy, who will be able to be saved because of the Ring of Spears. The rotation coming out from Lobster, but it's going to be Mercury. Hyperion's rotation is the one that counts. Zhao comes crashing down, not going to find a Milsey. Will find Hyperion, who is really stuck between a wall and a few rocks, and a few hard places. Zhao looking for the kill, but Hyperion will get away, and that's actually a big win for Team Spray.
Yeah, I really liked that play coming out from Team Spray. Shouts to the Mercury right there. Good use of his ultimate. Great job. Sonic Boom, Sonic Who. Completely annihilating Smek right there. Great play. Also burned the ultimate coming out of on her. So good play. And right now, this middle lane, Lobster is just pushing around Vexus. Part character, part play style. Just his ability to clear the wave and dodge a lot of what Scylla is bringing at him. And stay high health mana. Lobney is running this middle lane, and Team Spray is going to need to provide a little bit of support for their Scylla if they want to continue this.
Yeah, they really do. But, you know, my worry right now is... I think we've already seen Hyperion make the necessary comeback. Vexus is doing decently against Lobster, still behind. It's really a Millsy. Is this Bumba's Mask going to pay off? And right now, granted, he does have a... he's actually slightly behind Trickstank in terms of gold. He will pass because of early Midas boots versus going Watcher's Gift into combat boots, which will eventually become Warrior Tabi. But... is it going to be worthwhile? Because Boomba's Mask right now is essentially 30 health, some sustain when he clears a jungle camp, some gold when he clears a jungle camp, and then some MP5. I don't know how worthwhile that's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I like the MP5 for at least early game. If he sells it quickly, I think it'll be worth its weight. Thor's going to go up in the air and throw his weight around. Going to land on Hyperion. Going to annihilate him. Very quick kill right there going for the way of TSM. That's going to be the 4th kill for the team. The 2nd kill for Thor himself. Very fantastic stuff going for that. So great job coming out from Thor. And he's going to look for his 2nd one. There he is, getting it on Vexus on his own tower. You're safe nowhere coming out from Thor. So we're sitting about 7 minutes and 40 seconds in. 5 kills for the way of TSM. They're going to progress onto the Gold Fury. Right now they're leading by 2,500, but they just extrapolated that after the kill of Gold Fury goes down. But the ring is here. They're looking for it. TSM has secured it as they secure the kill onto Odin as well. That's a 4,000 gold lead 8 minutes in. They're leading by 5 kills, Kret. TSM's driving this buzz.
Yeah, and you know what TSM's doing to keep their lead going? They're warding everywhere. We see lane wards, we see jungle wards. Game Hunter will actually find a solo kill, or Sausage will find a solo kill on the Game Hunter, which is certainly an impressive display of skill. Good job there with that Blink and the aggressive tier build, but if we go back a little bit, that kill onto Hyperion in the jungle, that was a ward kill. There's a ward on the speed, it caught Hyperion backing off, and Zhao was able to take the kill off of that, and that's the power of vision, right? And right now, it's very easy to ward aggressively because who wants to buy a sentry ward for your speed buff? Yeah, there might be a ward there, but sentry wards are about where you don't want your opponents to have vision. And in this situation, how do you choose where to use your sentries? Because you don't want Team Solomid to have vision anywhere.
That's very true. And, you know, we see Zhao doing fantastic stuff. You know, I always talk about Zimstar and what he brings to the table. So let's talk a little bit about, yes, he's performing fantastically well. He's 4-0-0. We discussed him before, and I don't want to boost his ego up. But let's discuss what he brings to the team as a manager. There's a lot of cool stuff as we wait for Game Hunters offline, and we'll be back in a matter of minutes. But Zimstar as a manager, not just Zimstar, but managers in general. If you take a look at the two teams that have more spotlight central managers, I'm sure there are I know Dignitas has a manager and other teams may have managers, but let's take a look at the two teams that have front and center managers. Team Solomid and Cognitive Gaming. Team Solomid won the launch tournament. Cognitive Gaming was undefeated for the entire Path to Launch tournament in the North American region. What do you think that managers have to do and coaches have? What sort of intangible can you tangibilize, if I may make up a word? Can you put that into empirical stuff, Kret, or is it just the things behind it?
I'm going to try to tangerinize, or whatever you said, what you were just saying. But yeah, I think it comes down to another set of eyes in a lot of ways, right?
Okay.
Because you've got a coach who's an experienced player. Matty Pocket played for a long time. Zimstar is a top player in in just about every game he's played. I believe it was you who were talking about Lobster, and you casually mentioned WoW, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I was like #1 on my server for like 10 seasons." You were like, "What?"
Yeah, Zipstar has been Gladiator for 8 seasons. He's been he's been
he's done everything.
Challenger.
Let's just cut it short
league.
because we could just be reading a Wikipedia article right now. The amount of success this guy's had in competitive gaming is really up there. We are going to return to our game, but we're going to see the behind the scenes. Well, actually, not the not so behind the scenes action of Zimstar, aka Zhao in this matchup. He's really showing what he does as a coach in just terms of raw play, right? Because it's his decision-making, his calls, his intelligence that makes his job as a coach doable. Trickstank is going to be in a tough spot. A wall from Zhao will block off a fair amount of follow-up and allow Trickstank to get into his ultimate, perhaps saving him. And it's just about the intelligent plays and the calls.
Very, very good point right there. As the namesake goes up in the air, Zhao's going to land, miss the stun, or he's going to hit the stun, both stuns, but Hyperion with a beautiful beats is going to beat out of it. That was another kill crit, and Hyperion got away simply because of his quick reaction time on the beats, and now they're looking for Sausage. Sausage already 3 stacks onto him. He's going to use his ultimate to try and get away, not only from the, actually there was no detonate, but that ultimate was very well played. Sausage was probably dead if he didn't Lawbringer right there.
Yeah, that was really the perfect time to Lawbringer, but you still got to talk about this ward coverage from Team Solomid. They're investing so heavily into it. 3 wards, 4 wards on the right-hand side, 1 ward. At the moment I say it, 2 more pop up. They just have so many wards.
Oh,
and if you put it into a gold value, it would actually probably be a fair amount. But it's certainly not enough to make for the fact that they've got a 4,000 gold lead at the 10-minute mark. They're in very solid control of this game, and they're going to use their extensive vision control to continue to make that lead grow. The only problem is they have to keep warding.
Oh, yeah, they have to keep warding, and, I think TSM, I've spoken to Zimstar personally, and he loves vision, and I think these wards, TSM usually wards like this as Game Hunter takes down Hyperion as well. Hyperion having a very rough game. That's going to be his 3rd death, so very crazy stuff. Actually, very important to note, Zeus actually used his beads right there to get the extra detonate to allow him to get that kill, and Sausage knows it and saw it, and wanted to get a Fearless, but could not. So Zeus is going to sit under his tower and opt to go back. Middle lane's getting a little bit of harassment, but Lobster on Agni just knows his character in and out, able to use fumes to the best of his ability, but here comes Zhao up in the air, looking for someone across the sky onto Fex's good beads to get him out, and the Neath ult, wasted. Great job.
Trickstank, actually. So good job by Trickstank body blocking that. But, yeah, that was the swag Zeus kill coming out from Game Hunter. You're walking away, your opponent's like, yeah, I got out, and then beads detonate dead.
Yeah.
With 1 stack. It just hurts so much. But in the middle lane, it's going to be a fight. The Ring of Spears is down. Can they follow up off of it? There's really no one in the cage. And Trickstank will actually find Pexes using his ultimate to come crashing down. Mercury dashes through with Sonic Boom. Now he's in a tough position. Remember, lots of wards. TSM knows exactly where it is. They will interrupt his back with a Flame Wave. How does he get out of this one? He can't blink over that wall. He is just stuck. Path of Flames, the DOT applies. Lobster gets the kill with the auto.
Or most likely they can't push it just yet, or they don't want to just straight up siege it with Trickstank only building he only has offensive warrior Tabby and rank 1 Iron Mail, so not enough to just push on this tower, but they are going to get it at the 12-minute mark. We have 7 kills separating the 2 teams and 6,000 gold separating the 2 teams. TSM in the lead at the moment. They have all their structures up. Team Spray only has 4 remaining, and TSM is looking to be more aggressive each and every minute.
I think a big part about TSM subbing in their coach for a tournament is it's gonna sort of enforce the good habits, right? Because as a coach, Matty Pocket and Zimstar both say buy wards, buy wards, buy wards. When he's in your ear in the middle of the tournament saying, hey, Lobster, I saw you leave the base with only 1 ward. What are you doing? You're going to buy that ward because you don't want your coach to call you out in the middle of a game. But, I'm sure it's not actually like that, but still the idea comes through. TSM might not be warding as much without the constant reinforcement of their coach and manager, Zhao, a.k.a. Zimstar. But, the one thing that is interesting to me is Team Solomid has actually been really, really light on sentries, and that tells me one very important thing. Sentries are for where you don't want your opponent to have vision, and
Right.
Team Solomid doesn't care about Team Spray's vision.
Yeah,
they
no,
care about their own vision, and they're making plays off of it.
Yeah, 100%. They don't really mind if the enemy knows where they're at right now. They're just walking in the enemy jungle. No problem. The Hunter duel is coming out pretty well. Smek has a level up on his opponent. Trickstank is up 2 levels for his opponent. Zhao Zhao is going to land on both of those opponents. Going to get the good stun, double good stun. Zhao Zhao going to confirm the kill onto Bugsy for the Neath. Sausage now from solo lane all the way over to the duo lane over here trying to make something happen. There are 4 members of each team in this lane with Lobny over here battling this blue buff all by himself. TSM's going to go ahead and usurp this tower. No fight coming out from Team Spray over this tier 1, and that's another tower. Only 3 towers remain for Team Spray. All of their outer towers are down.
Yeah, and they're just going to go for the man-up Gold Fury, most likely. Now, Team Spray will know that they're doing this, and Team Spray has to do something about it. If they can't fight now, if they can't take the in-your-face Gold Fury fight, what can they take later on? But there is still a Zeus ult. There is still, I believe, 2 meteors on Agni. Neath will come through. Game Hunter going to be able to avoid it. Doesn't get the damage, but the Gold Fury is taken. Team Spray did not commit there, and here's the thing about being behind early. You're just gonna get more behind. Right now, it's a 9k deficit at about 15 minutes. Trickstank getting pressured by Sausage will just be forced to ult there, which is actually a decent pickup. Now Lobster getting focused down. He actually could be in a fair amount of trouble. The damage coming through. He's caught in a cage. The Sonic Boom is available, but no, Zhao is just gonna turn the fight, and Team Spray, they're forced to run away. 2 kills, and it looked like Lobster was just dead. Team Solomid is probably too far ahead now, and part of it, I don't think Team Spray went for the comeback fight soon enough. Zhao really deep. He's just going to win that fight.
He's going to win that fight as well. And I don't know if you noticed this, but I noticed this a number of minutes ago. Not only do we have a Soul Eater on Neath, and I'll let you speak to that, as she's the only member of Team Spray alive. Team Solomid is actually going to find her and look for her. They're going to opt to turn around. They don't want to fight her because it's just a waste of time, basically. But Zhao Zimstar has opted to buy Mystical Mail on Thor. We've seen the Bruiser Thor before. You know, Thor is thought of as an assassin. He's actually technically an assassin now. But once upon a time, Thor was classified as a warrior. And you see him build Bruiser a lot. Of course, his passive gives you power when you're in the middle of the fight. So you want to have... And Berserker Barrage is a AoE around the caster, so you're going to want to use that as we see Team Solomid aggressing onto the Fire Giant. But Mystical Mail is still an interesting choice, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now Zhao is just doing enough damage, and he doesn't need to be a late game carry for his team. He can just be frontline. He can just be a menace by really stopping Team Spray from doing anything. But now it's just going to be another in-your-face attempt at an objective. This time, Fire Giant getting very low. Team Solomid will hog it away. Sausage going in, but too little, too late. Trickstank is interrupted out of the bird. Game Hunter gets a solo kill onto a Millsy using beads there right at the end, and now can TSM capitalize on it? Spray's out of position. It's going to be the Chain Lightning, and that is going to detonate. Is actually a little bit late, but eradicate Team Spray there. Hyperion going to try and dash out. The wall is perfect, and he will fall. Zhao with the double, picking up with Mystical Mail right there.
Yep.
Deicide. Actually, no, not a Deicide. Looks like Bugsy is split pushing left lane. Will get the outer tower, likely the inner tower, but it's not. It is
not
worth doing. He can't defend this Phoenix, but it's not a worthwhile trade. It's a worthwhile play, but not a worthwhile trade, right? You wouldn't trade 2 outer towers for an inner tower and a Phoenix, but in this situation, what else can he do?
Exactly. TSM is looking absolutely dominant. Smek going 1-1-4 right now, not needing to bring the kills in the Hunter role. Traditionally, we see a lot of kills on the Hunter, but there's just no need with Zhao Zimstar, the team coach, subbing in for Cuvo Fred, 9-0-3/line, 17.5 minutes in, 16 kills. Kret separate these two teams. 18 for TSM and only 2 for Team Spray, who has a single tower remaining, while TSM still sporting 4. And the gold lead is more than impressive. 12,700 gold. That's 12,000, almost 13,000 gold separating the two teams after 18 minutes of play, Kret. TSM is looking dominant today.
Yeah, they really are. But, you know, while we have some downtime, I want to go back to one of your earlier points. What's up with the Soul Eater? Well, it's actually a pretty good item. It's efficient, but it's awkward, right?
Yeah.
Now, as a hunter, you wouldn't mind having 300 health, 25% physical life steal, 10 damage, and 10% attack speed in your build in general as stats. On the same item, though, it just gives a lot, but in a weird array. I don't think it's necessarily a bad item. It's just awkward to pick up and how you fit it. But I think in this situation, it just comes down to Bugsy wanted health so he could not feed, and he wanted some lifesteal in that slot as well. So I actually kind of like it as a pickup. It's still just such a weird item. And the other thing is, I mean, an aura that gives 10 damage and 10% lifesteal, hey, that's pretty okay.
Yeah, I mean, Neath's support is kind of the direction she's going. She knows that she can't really do much in the way of carry at the moment, so she's trying to bring the most in the way of control. You know, Neath's support is pushing it as Dover, as Xiao Weijiao goes in the air. He's going to look for somebody to land. Going to land behind the Phoenix, going to land on Emilzy. Not really looking for the kills, just looking for the zoning right here. He's zoned enough. He pushed back the enemy so that they can secure the second Phoenix of the game. TSM on top of the Titan. Not sure if they want to go for the Phoenix or the Titan, but it looks like they're going to go for the fight instead. Hyperion's going to dive way behind enemy lines. Try to drag TSM into the jungle to get the easy kill. They're not going to get tricked by that, though. Going to take down Tier, Sausage, and Smek's going to get the Neath as well. Zeus ult is going to drop on the Titan. They're progressing on both the Titan and the Phoenix at the moment, but they've turned their sights onto the Titan.
Yeah, right now TSM is suffering from a little bit of the chaotic call. And actually, still his ultimate, I'm Monster, will not connect there. Trick Tank does go down nonetheless, but I'm Monster would have been really, really good. Smack into the fountain, able to jump out just in time, but yeah, I think if TSM had really grouped up more on objective, this would have been a lot cleaner. The Titan is very, very low. It's sitting at about 10%, and if it doesn't reset, which it likely... Oh, it's getting so low. They're not going to be able to take it. They're going to go for the better part of Valor, let it reset, regroup, but this is still a very vulnerable Titan. It will start healing up, either if all three Phoenixes respawn, where it'll passively heal over time, or if it's pulled and reset multiple times, but TSM... know that the Titan is down at 10% health. It's so low, and if Team Spray makes one wrong move, the Titan is immediately dead. And Xiao Weijiao right now, he's going into the air. He's saying, alright team, bait it out. I'm gonna kill this Titan. Emilzy are in the area, but he's got a Machi's Blessing. He will not be susceptible to the Mercury Ultimate. He will be susceptible to the collapse. The Titan resets, not able... He actually healed it. I think by like 5% there.
Very
really
sloppy
good collapse.
Very sloppy play coming out from Team Solomid.
Yeah.
Starting out with that left-hand Phoenix going down. There was a little bit of confusion on the team. You could tell. Zipstar or whoever's calling the shots right now did not call either Phoenix or Titan or fight. They just kind of did what they wanted. Smek wound up in the fountain. 2 people died. It wasn't a good trade.
Nobody people wound up in the fountain.
Yeah, there just wasn't any direction to what they did, and right there they really let the lead play them. That said, they're still up 13,000 gold, Cret. It was a very sloppy play, but I don't think it's going to hurt them too much in the long run. This game is still very much TSM's game to win. It's just a matter of when.
Right, and you know, if you want to really categorize what that was, it was a small throw, but it was really the opportunity before the opportunity for Team Spray. They need another chance before they can come back. That's the chance that kept them alive. Now they need to find a way to actually sort of get their claws into TSM, and it could be this Fire Giant. Honestly, it has to be this Fire Giant.
Oh, it has to be.
With one Phoenix up at full health, full stats, and one Phoenix spawned with half health, half damage, if Emilzy doesn't steal this, and he's in position to do so, but if he doesn't, he can't get it. Team Solomid will take it. Emilzy a little bit too slow on the hog. It was a really good attempt. Yeah, he just wasn't quite able to get it.
And now comes the final push. We should see this the win coming out right here. Team Solomid going up with fervor. Gonna land on the enemy with that stun. Bugsy also gonna use the Aegis to escape for a number of seconds. He's gonna go down 3 seconds right after that. I'm a Monster is not gonna claim any lives, and TSM is going to turn onto him and claim his life. Now they're chasing Sausage, playing the tier into the base. He's going to be pushed into his fountain. The Zeus ultimate's down. The left clicks are out. All the ultimates are out. And the Titan has been taken down. 23 minutes of play. Team Solomid gonna bring it home to the fountain. 15,000 gold in the lead. Team Solomid continues on while Team Spray goes home.
Yeah, they're going to be moving on to Worth It Gaming. So we're going to be TSM is going to be moving on to face off against Worth It Gaming, the team that beat out Exposed Secrets with a really resounding victory. But before that, we're going to talk about this game. We do have a replay for you, but overall, TSM just showed exactly what they've been doing since the launch tournament. A little bit of R&R and a lot of practice.
All right, very, very fantastic stuff going on. And Team Solomid showing everybody why they won the launch tournament, why they're number one. And we talked a little bit about during the game about Lobster on Agni. We talked about it, and right now we're going to show it to you. Agni has been one of Lobster's favorite gods right here for such a long time. And here, he proves just how resilient he can be on that character, Kret. Locked in the cage, not dying.
Yeah, you know, it really has to do with, and we mentioned it before, Agni's dash is just a very strong ability. No startup, move very, very quickly, so if you use it at the right time, you're able to avoid a lot of damage. Lobster is able to get out of a very sticky situation there, and that's just the power of heads-up Agni play.
Yeah, very fantastic. And I see a quote coming out from chat. I'm not sure to the validity of this chat, but it definitely sounds something very true. Smek, quote, TSM Zimstar, let me dunk in and finish the game for the stream. And then he died. That sounds about right. I like to show a little bit of bravado. And right now we're going to take a look at the overall brackets. Take a look at the round of 4 that we just saw. Team Solomid and Team Spray, we did watch.